everyone, my name is Steve, and I'll just be demoing the application StrollSafe. So for StrollSafe, this is our main page over here. We have a couple different buttons. We have a button to create a new PWD account, a new caregiver account, and to log into our account if you have an already existing account. So from here you can also see we have a toolbar with a settings page which can display different information about the account that we're currently logged into. So we can start by, we can create a new PWD account, and similarly we can also create a new caregiver account, but to speed this up I'll just use accounts that I already have existing. So log in. So this is a caregiver account I'm logging into, and then I will also log into a PWD account. So from the PWD account you can see as soon as we're logged in we get a notification saying that we're being tracked. So our location can always be uploaded to the cloud, so our caregiver can always see where we are. And also from the PWD account we can see we have a sign out button, a SOS button, and a call caregiver button. Currently the SOS and the call caregiver buttons are just filled with dummy phone numbers, so we don't accidentally call emergency services or anything like that. So, but in production there would be 911 being called for the SOS button, and then the caregiver that's linked to the account would be called when that's pressed. So back on the caregiver side, when we want to link a PWD to our account, we can just type in their email and click the plus button, and then we can see that they've been successfully linked to our account. And once they're linked to our account, we have a couple different options. We can either open a map and see their safe zones and add, delete, and remove safe zones, or we can remove them from our account by pressing this close button. So if we open the map over here, we'll see the application's asking us for our location, so give it to them. And from here we can see a couple different things. So we can see that this PWD already has 3 safe zones added to their account, and we can see where they are over here, which is a little bit outside of their safe zones. So we can also click on these markers to get a more in-depth view of the safe zones. We can see the safe zone title, its latitude and longitude locations, and also its radius in terms of meters. So if we wanted to, for instance, delete this safe zone, we could also remove that, and now it is no longer considered one of the safe zones for this patient. So I can just show an example of how these notifications work. So as you can see over here, I have a map controlling the PWD phone. So I have a preset location of inside this safe zone over here. So if I set the location and we refresh, we can see that the PWD is now inside the safe zone. And then we can also see that we received a notification saying that this device was now considered inside the safe zone. And similarly, if we put a location, set its location to outside the safe zone, once we refresh, we can see that they're now outside the safe zone, and we have received a notification saying that they are no longer within the safe zone. So, now if we wanted to make a new safe zone, for instance maybe this parking lot, we can just click and long press, and then we can add a safe zone, call it a parking lot, and we can just make the radius, let's say 5 meters, and then we can see we have a new safe zone created, which will be considered for this PWD if they are leaving or entering them. And then from here we also have the option to see all of the past locations that the PWD was in, and we can also get an overview of all of our safe zones. We can also return to our list. From here we can also add more PWDs if needed. So we can, this is another account we have, and we can see here this user has the same safe zone set up, And if we're ever finished